The time has come, finally, to get rid of this thing, for the most part. I've been using a smartphone way too much for as long as they've been around, pretty much my whole adult life. And as time has progressed, it's been more and more and more. In the beginning, I didn't use a smartphone that much, I believe. I was still sitting by my computer most of the time, playing video games and stuff. But in any case, now I will finally put this thing in a drawer and only pick it up a couple of times a day. And why do I do it now? I've been waiting for this moment for like almost 3 years, and now I will be able to properly do it. Before we get into that though, I would like to ask you guys watching this video to share your experiences in the comments. Do you use a smartphone too much, and what does it do to your mental health? Because I noticed this morning, for example, when I got up, I did not turn on my phone immediately because I know it's the worst thing you can do to yourself and to your brain. So I waited a little bit. I went to my work computer, checked my emails, started making some coffee, etc. Then I took my phone and I checked if my girlfriend has woken up and messaged me, anybody else tried to reach me, whatever. And I noticed immediately when I picked the phone and I pressed the power button to turn it on, I felt freaking cortisol in my body. Like, I felt stress so clearly enter my body. I had just woken up some time ago and I felt so good, you know, surrounded by nature and sunshine and everything. And as soon as I picked up my phone, although this is not the phone I use these days, I'm actually using my phone to record this video, but in any case, when I picked up this thing here and turned it on, I felt everything change. I became more uneasy. I became less relaxed. It has had such a profound negative effect on me and on my mental health. It's just these little things that I notice immediately. So how about you guys? Have you had similar experiences, and are you going to do something about it? Because now, as I was saying, I am going to put this phone in a drawer because my girlfriend is moving in together with me finally after almost 3 years, which means I don't need to use this device to stay in contact with the person I love the most. And honestly, other than that, I don't really need my phone much. And to some people it might sound ridiculous, but I'm sure we all have our reasons for why we can't turn this thing off or can't put this thing in the drawer. But for me it was always because I needed to stay in contact with my girlfriend, who I only saw in the weekends because we lived in different places. And to make things worse, I am the kind of person, the type of personality, I suppose, or the type of partner where I actually kind of feel this need to be available. I'm sure a lot of people don't have this same problem, but I do. There's so many things that you just, for me, naturally, I want to share with that person and vice versa. And the best way to share them is with, you know, photos and videos. And that's where the smartphone comes into play. Because I have gotten comments before, as I've talked about these issues with the smartphone, that, well, why don't you just get the dumb phone? But for me, the dumb phone, I'm not really a person who has phone calls. I'm a person who texts and sends, you know, pictures and videos. So that's my reason. I'm sure for some people it's gonna sound a little bit silly, but maybe some people can relate. And from now on, therefore, as she moves in, the only reason why I need this phone anymore really is to check on my family and my friends. But for that, basically once a day would be enough, to be honest. But I'm thinking about 3 times a day. I'm gonna share the progress, I would say the progress of my mental health as I put the phone away and spend more time in the real life. I want to share with you guys how it's gonna change everything, because I think it's gonna change literally everything. I know it's dramatic, but it starts from me feeling better, less anxious, less fidgety, less uneasy. You know, because the phone kind of makes you sometimes feel a little bit like ADHD, right? It makes you feel like your focus is broken constantly by the phone or the idea and the thought of the phone. So I genuinely believe it's going to start with feeling better overall, but then it's going to make me able to focus on things better. And then it's going to make me able to do harder things more easily. So I believe I'm going to be able to keep my house more clean and just like focus on my workouts, focus on my projects and on my job, everything. I genuinely believe everything is going to become better. And that's what I want to share with you guys. So remember to subscribe if you haven't, so that you will see my next video in about 2 weeks or so. And as I said, let me know in the comments, what are your experiences with a smartphone? What do you feel about this? Because look, I moved to this place in the countryside 3 years ago. What, 4 years ago already? 3.5. I don't even know anymore. Maybe it's been 4 years. Could be. And I haven't fully enjoyed it, fully embraced it because of this goddamn machine. I need to be more grounded. I want to be more grounded. I want to be more in touch with nature. I want to be spending more time just sitting and just listening to the wind and looking at, you know, the nature and the birds and stuff. I genuinely want my life to look and feel a lot different. That's why I moved here, but I couldn't do it. Even before my girlfriend, I couldn't do it. I said that she was the reason why I've been having my phone with me so much, because I want to text her, but that's not the only reason. I mean, it's a lot darker than that. Before that, I have other videos on my channel about porn addiction. That was a big part of being kind of addicted and hooked to these devices. But in any case, I guess I'm gonna also make a video in the near future about how it's gonna feel different to live together with a girlfriend rather than living alone. Because I've been living alone for over 10 years. And in this place, I've been living alone, like I said, maybe 4 years or something, I guess. And now a woman is gonna move in with me. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of guys who would say that sounds terrible and that sounds like it's gonna be stressful, etc. But I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing because of the type of person she is. We both are basically, well, look, now I started to talk about this. I'm gonna make another video about it. But let's just say I'm very excited and I'm not afraid of it at all. Like some guys, they might be a little bit afraid, but I'm just excited, dude. So see you in about 2 weeks or so. And please leave a like if you want to see more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.